Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about F1 the movie. In case you don't know, it's the weekend of F Megan. Nope, still sounds wrong. You know what? I'm not gonna go over all the possibilities again. Go check out my Megan review if you want that. I already made that joke. But still, pretty much that means Megan 2.0, F1 the movie, same day release. I double featured. Like I said, did a review on Megan 2.0, check that out. This is F1. So let's just go right into it. And first of all, I want to start by saying that I'm not really actually a big into racing. And I don't know if I've ever actually watched a race in full. Sometimes it'll be on TV and I won't change it because I'm lazy and I'm not even focused on it. I'm doing something else. But I never actually get into it and watch it. Don't know any rules or anything. Don't watch Formula One, which is what this is based off of, obviously. But I saw the trailers. I thought trailers looked good. It's from the same guy who directed Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick I thought was really well done. And I thought, well, if that guy can bring the magic that Top Gun have of making you feel like you're in a plane, but do it with cars, so it makes me feel like I'm in a car, I gotta check that out. I thought it was pretty great. First of all, the movie is just really well made. All the camera shots and everything like that, and the cinematography is great in this film. The way they shot the actual races was really cool and very immersive. I felt like I was there within the race. And there was all these really cool camera shots with there being inside the car, with it being on the outside of the car, with different angles on the outside of the car, different angles on the inside of the car. It was so cool. I loved how they shot the races in this movie. It was awesome. And really, on this movie, I think it's just amazing when it comes to all that technical stuff, like the sound design and all that stuff is awesome. And even the story itself, I think, is really enjoyable. Now, it is kind of a story you might have seen before, because it is that underdog, veteran, and new rookie have to try to get along. And it's still a really well done story here. And I still really enjoyed it. Not to mention, all the cast is great in this film. Brad Pitt is fun as ever. And truthfully, I don't remember anyone else's real names, but every actor in this movie and actress, I think, did an amazing job. And they all had great chemistry with each other. And the film also, there's a bunch of comedy in this movie, too, that I think really worked, at least for me personally. It made me laugh a couple times. And this movie's just a blast to see, especially in a theater. And I'm going to give away the ending of my video quicker than I probably should. But I think this movie is best experienced in the theater. In fact, part of me feels like I might have to watch it at home just to see if the movie does hold up. Because this is a movie experience I think benefits from being seen in a theater. I kind of felt the same way about Top Gun Maverick as well. For Top Gun Maverick, I felt that seeing it in the theater was amazing, and seeing it at home, it is still really good at home, but not as good as seeing it in the theater. I think this might have the similar effect, but obviously haven't seen it at home yet. And I think I might have to make a trip to see this one in Dolby or IMAX, because it's just, see, the big screen, loud sound, it just makes it feel more immersive. And I think that's the best way to watch this movie, is in the most immersive environment as possible. And it's just a really fun movie, and it even makes you feel the feels, and which I thought was great, where there were a couple times where I was at the edge of my seat, my heart was pumping quickly, wondering what was going to happen, especially in the races, mostly to me personally. For me personally, I just thought it was very thrilling, the way it was shot and the tension they added to the races, because whether they were going to win or whether they were going to lose, there were a couple of times that there were car crashes, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was done so well, I thought. And there's even some fun heart to it with all the heartwarming team stuff of this team, that there's friction, especially between, like I said before, the veteran and the rookie. There's so much friction. So their character arc and their journey together to go from so much friction to working as a team is also great. It's like a story that's told a lot, but I don't care. It's one of my favorite kind of stories also, along with the redemption stories. People don't like each other becoming like each other. I said that before during my Thunderbolts review, in case you haven't seen that. I really like stories of a group of people who hate each other becoming a family, and this movie has that too, where it's a group of people where some of them more than others don't really like each other, but they have to learn to become a family pretty much. So that was really cool to me. So I really did enjoy this one a lot. For me personally, the only flaw I really had with the movie was I do think it is a bit longer than it needs to be. There were a couple of times where I could feel the length out. So I feel like they could have trimmed some things up just to shorten it a bit. And for me, that also, especially at home rewatches, will hurt. If I rewatch it again, how long it is. So I think it could have been shortened a bit. But other than that, I don't really have any flaws to say about this one. So going to the should you see this in theaters? The answer is yes. Okay, I'm not. Okay, fine. I'll give you a more descriptive thing like I normally do, because I guess even with this movie, it depends on everybody. Everybody's different. Some people like the movies, other people don't. But to me, if you want to have a good time, if you want to see a good story, if you want to be fully immersed in a movie and feel like you're in a car, or if you just want to witness a good story, did I ever say that? I don't remember. Or if you thought the trailers looked really good, then yes, go see this in theaters, seeing on the biggest screen you can with the loudest sound you can. Go see this in theaters. The only way I would say wait for streaming is if the trailers looked boring to you. Which I can understand how some people might be bored by this if racing's not your thing, if you just prefer like more, I don't know how to explain it, but I can understand if you were bored by the film. So if you thought the trailers were boring, that's the only possible way I would say not to see this in the theaters. It is for that. But if you like the trailers, if you want a good time, if you want a good story, if you want to be fully immersed in this world, go see this in theaters. It's crazy how good this ad is, isn't it? This is pretty much an ad for F1 for Formula One. It's pretty much like go watch Formula One on TV. So that's kind of funny, huh? You guys made a really great 2.5-hour ad. Good job. Thank you guys so much for taking time to watch. If you like this video, please hit like. If you want to see more reviews, I've done a whole bunch of reviews, including Megan 2.0, which came out the same day. Like I said, double feature. So check that out if you're interested. Or don't. If you don't want to, that's okay too. It won't hurt my feelings. It might a little, but that's okay. Psh, no, it won't. Okay, bye.